positioned right. So I can see most of the stuff. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I had to put my show a little bit later. I worked today actually. Um, but then it was so hot because I moved all my stuff in the garage. I'm starting to do my shows in the garage. So I don't have to carry everything upstairs and carry everything back downstairs. But it's hot here in Florida. All right, let's see what we're going to start with. Um, Let me first pin that I'm on first. Thank you for joining. All right, that's already on. All right, let's go ahead and do this. This here. Um, this here is Cuddy Sark. Let me move this. This here is vintage. Um, that's just it was exclusively made, but it could be used as a syrup or a vase to put flowers in, or the men could use it for their shaving, for their shaver and stuff like that. So just think about those different ways of using them. All right. I'm just going to run items um, until you tell me there's something you want me to run first, and we'll go from there. Here is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. See, it actually leans. It's a grated cheese grinder. See, it says cheese. So it's for your Parmigiano cheese. It looks nice when you put it on the stove. Um, I'll pick that back over here. Just to move, I got so many things around with my different shows. Um, let me go back up to the top so I can start there. We'll pin one of these. Um, that run from 30. Where did it go? Oh, here they go. So these here are vintage Indiana Tiara 8-inch dinner plate. Sorry, should have changed it to 15. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. We just started. Check out my Buy Now shop. There are lots of things in there. Feel free to make any offers. Next row is bar and kitchen. So I have a lot of bar items, and I have uh this is a very thin turtleneck, so it's not very hot. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. So yeah, like I was saying, it's bar and kitchen night. And we're going to start this. Let me grab it first. This here is the Franciscan um, plates, the Rose Desert plates. And I turned it into a 3-tier. It's your 3-tier serving thing. These are great for in the kitchen. You could put items on there, decorations. You can use it for parties, and it'd be for canapes. You can put fruit on there. All right, thank you for looking at that. Shout out if there's anything in particular you want me to run. Let me pin this. It's not getting the thing. Okay, there we go. That will be 15 seconds. Where did that? Oh, here it is. This here is a compote. Sorry. This here is your 1960s Imperial glass compote. It's the Atterbury scroll. It's in great condition. No flaws with that. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Makes it easier when I run them. Let's see what is next. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to run. This here is a amber glass pitcher. This here is a nice size, like 12 inches tall. It's the amber. And then, okay, I will take the dust off. And it has a clear glass handle. These are beautiful to use. If you want to decorate as a centerpiece, you can use it as a vase, is what I used to use these for as well. Um, yeah, there. So I worry about some of those things breaking. All right, let's do this. This here is vintage. You got this is literally um from the 40s, 50s, antique primitive. This is here from Tampa. It actually was my grandmother's. And I can only keep so many things of hers. She used to have this in her sugar bucket. Thank you for looking at that. I know a lot of people use different things, but it's like, oh my gosh. And my daughter's like forever telling me, get rid of it, get rid of it. All right, this is funny. This here is a bell. Where did the bell go? Oh, here it is. And it works. Um, Start that. Drink, please. This was mine. I used to put it out for the party and click it every time I wanted somebody to bring me a cocktail. I leave this out. This is funny. Drink, please. Well, when we're special, we're special, and we have to be treated as such. This out. It's Tuesday, and I'm so glad it's Tuesday. This here is the Angels tray. Um, this one here is a plastic one. It does say you've got your Florence, Italy on the back. Uh, but these are just great for displaying. You can hang it on the wall as well. It's light, so be able to do that. I know those were really popular, what, in the 90s or early 2000s? I did that. Let me pin this. I know somebody was interested in that. Let me put this out. These here, somebody else was mentioning this as well, that they made some great pottery stuff for Teleflora. This here is a ceramic fruit covered dish, gold gilding on the lid, and all intact, great condition. But these were for flower arrangements. So if you have a kitchen that has the fruits and stuff on it, that makes, and it's the same image on both sides, just to let you know. Um, but yeah, I have one upstairs. It's actually a green and purple vase. I don't know if y'all have seen it. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Um, that It's a Fenton vase, and it was made exclusively for Teleflora back in the early 2000s, I think it was. All right, so here is this chicken wire. It's 12 inches tall. Use it as a wire cloche. You can put a serving platter underneath here. They also use these for plants, outdoor plants, if you wanted to make sure that the little critters weren't getting to your fruits and vegetables or your flowers. They would cover them up. I think this would look nice in the corner kitchen counter with a platter and decorations there. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's Tuesday. So I had to go in the office on Monday and Tuesday this week. So I always, you look this up. I don't want y'all to see my double chin. Um, so I got my work days in the office out of the way this week. Now I can work from the office the rest of the week, which is good. Um, all right, I have these. I have two of these actually. It's the Diamond Hobnob amber glass votive candle things. About 3 inches. They still have their rubbers at the bottom. I bought these because I was going to put them in candle holders that I had these crystal candle holders, but they weren't as big as I needed. These were a little bit too small, so I need to find ones that are a little bit bigger. But I also did this because I had these. These were from my collection too. But I did this. What do y'all think of that? Does that look good? Um, I was like, that's a possibility to have something a little bit different, is doing that. So I don't know yet. I don't know if I like that yet. But I like to mix and match things. Okay. All right. Here's some of the bar stuff. I have four of these plastic green margarita. There are a set of four. This price is running sudden death and it's already owner. But these are great if you're outdoors, if you're on a pool deck. I'm too old for margaritas. So these are from our personal collection. Had great use, still has a lot of good use on them. Um, I may be donating them. I don't want to throw things away. That's my problem. Um, I think a lot of times we just haven't found the right buyer. Okay, let's do these. These here are it's your granny core, but your salt and pepper shakers. False craft does have the stoppers at the bottom. I like how it has the flowers in the back, and then it has a simpler pattern here on the back if you wanted to use that side. But they're both in great condition. All right, let's move these here. If you want me to run something, let me know. Just going through these pretty quick. Um, I do have this here is your green and brown striped bowl. And I do have three of these. They're in great condition. These are Thompson pottery, microwave and dishwasher safe. So they're not old. Feel like if you have a lot of those earth tones or the yellows and greens, that's a neat pattern to have too. Um, that's that there. Let's see what's next. Don't forget to check out my buy it now, my bins, my buy nows. I do have items listed there. These here actually have, I've been unpacking my storage unit. And here is a large, this for, you have your wall plate stand. It's yellow, it's coated over the metal. Um, so I do have that. This I actually had that large yellow plate that was on here on my walls, but it's a yellow metal with the coating on it. Um, Wall plate hanger. All right, let me see. And I did find, um, I think they're in here. I found another one of these. Somebody just bought one on my last show that's already headed your way. This is the mama one. So if you're on here and you know who I'm talking about, I'm saving it. So if you want it, I just found it. I'm like, oh shoot. I knew I had two of them because I used to put like pillar candles in them. Let's do. Yeah, I ran those. Um, I have this pizza can, tin can. It's in great condition. It's funny. I laugh at this one. So here's pasta. Okay, Italian looking. All right, here's the top. It comes off. That's the inside. But look at the bottom. Made in England. It's a pasta can. It's a pasta tin. I thought that was funny. That's a lot of great colors on it. All right, I'll put that back here. If they come in that wanted it, I can just run it again. Where is this at? Oh, here it is. Here is a trivet. This is a porcelain center trivet. You have your geese flying. It's silver plated on the edges. The back is the green felt that's here. You can hang it or you can just put it on your counter. Here's the bottom. Oh, it goes like that. So yeah, this is porcelain. There's no cracks on that. That's just glue. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Well, let's do this. I have two of these coffee mugs. Did I do it single? No, I did a single. This is Sakura is the company. They're coral reef mugs. Here's the bottom. They're actually from Indonesia, but it's got the coral reef artwork on it. They're great. They're brand new. And I do have two of these. All right. There. Let's see what is next. Okay. These here were a personal collection. I just took them out. They need to be cleaned. These are a set of 4 wine glasses from Pier 1 from back in the 90s. They got the clear stem, and then you have the yellow, and they're very pretty, minus the fingerprints. So this would be for the set of 4. And that's a very good price for these. All right. Those just aren't ready to go yet. This is a set of 6. Now, I have never shown these because I didn't know if I wanted to keep them or not. This is a set of 6 crown. What is it? Royal Crown Rock, 24% crystal. They still have the labels on them. Never use these. These are your champagne flutes from Italy. These here are the bottoms. These go for well over $65. So this is for the full set of 6. All right, thank you for looking at those. Okay, what else can we, oh, let me show you this. How to put these out. It may be too early, but it's part of the kitchen. Salt and pepper shakers. You have your snowmen and snow women. They have their stoppers. These are like Target from 2007. So they're almost 20 years old. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, let me leave that here. Just in case somebody wants to look at that again. Holler out if there's anything in particular you want to look at or have me run for you. Let's see. Wait till I show y'all the wicker picnic basket. Absolutely gorgeous. But this here is going to be another wall plate hanger. This was gold and ivory. Um, so it's still a nice size. Hang the plate here, metal. And it's got the beige with the gold sponging on it with the scroll decor. All right, thank you for looking at that. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Look at this. This here is a metal. And this, yes, this was mine. I had everything staged. You remember my kids couldn't stand it. This was on my buffet that I had in the dining room. So it's a metal plate holder. You hold your plates there, you put your silverware in there or your utensils, and then napkins. So that used to sit, it's a nice size. That used to sit on my buffet in the dining room. It was just staging. It was for the pretty stuff. The pretty stuff. Do people do that anymore? My kids tell me I had issues. My son would like, when he was like about 8, 12 years old, he'd be like, it's like a museum in here. We can't even walk around. This here is it's a new bag. It's a lunch bag. That's why it's in the kitchen thing. Still has the tag on it. It's new inside. It's flamingo for anybody that wants a little bit of tropical flair in their life. I guess not right now. It's hot here. I mean, I'm not doing bad right now, but it is here in Tampa is where I am, which is like Central Florida. Um, it is. Did I have those? I don't remember if I had those. Let me see. Um, those are at the bottom of the thing. I'll wait for these later. Let me do this. I know this is up here. This here is a new cup as well. It is Oray's original mug cup, coffee cup. It's a red fox, I guess, because has the tag on it. Oray Originals. That's the bottom of it there. If anybody wants a red fox coffee mug, that's there. All right. So yeah, it hasn't rained at all here. Um, I'm more towards the beach area, like St. Pete and Dunedin and Clearwater. It rains like inland, which normally this time of year we would be getting rain like every day from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. Here's a set of Budweiser glasses. I like how these have the red bottoms on them. And these are new, just with my fingerprints on them. All right, thank you for looking at those. I'll put those down here. All right. So what does everybody have for the rest of the week going on? I work to Friday. I do have another show on Friday night, like at 9 p.m., which is late for me, but I'm part of a raid. It's going to be my first raid with Whatnot. So please go ahead and bookmark that. It's only going to be for 30 minutes. And what they're doing is we're getting on, we're having our show, and then we're raiding into new people. So here are 2 red plastic cups. I love the USA. These are great for the pool. I don't know where these were from. Brand new, never used. Thank you for looking at those. So that'll be a fun rain trade to help people out who are just starting out to get people moving. All right, so these here are a pair of grapes. I don't know if they're lucite, if I'm really not sure. When I bought them, of course, they said they were, but they have the metal. These here are the metal. I thought I saw writing on somewhere, but they have the metal leaves and they're clear. Um, okay, we'll keep those here. Put that there. All right, let's do this. This here is a pair of 1980s Anheuser-Busch beer steins. This one here has 1989 at the bottom. That's that scene. And then we have this one. That's from the same C series. So these are from Anheuser-Busch. We have Busch Gardens here in Tampa. That's why a lot of these things with Budweiser and Anheuser are readily available to us. That is there. Get that out of the way. All right, this here is a pair of martini glasses. I do have two. They have olives on them. Look at the martini glass. They have olives. These are all hand painted and they're sealed. They're in great condition. Check out my buy now listings. There's lots of items in there. And also, please bookmark my upcoming shows that I have coming up. I do jewelry shows on the weekend. So for Sunday, I do a jewelry show in the morning. Here's a pair of Indiana Tiara glass candles, and I do have two of these. So this will be for the pair. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see. Here's a palm tree. I do have two of these. These here are the palm tree motif. And these here are Home Trends made in China. She had the palm tree on both sides. I do have two. I may just be donating these back to, maybe donating them back. I need to have a garage sale. That's what I need to do. But I'm like, I've just got so much going on between my antique booth. I do plan on having in July sometime. I have to see when I can do it. I'm gonna do a live shopping show um, from the Knot on Main, which is in Dunedin. That's where I have my antique booth at. And those are always kind of fun that you get to walk around and see. Let me show you this. These are me. I make these. And I'm going to talk about it. I sell these on another platform like Etsy. But what's good about this is that it's a lamp and it does three different things. So I decorate them. I all hand bead those one by one. And then I do the lampshades. I decorate the lampshades. And it's to decorate your bar. I've sold like about 8 of these in the blue color. I've sold these. This is my first green one I did. Let me show you the blue ones. This is the blue Don Julio ones I've done. And no, we don't drink all this. We get these from a neighborhood bar that they save the bottles for me. But yeah, but I love how they do the lamps. And it just decorates your bar. These I've sold these for 125. But I wanted to bring those to you and show them to you as well. I have a black one that I'm doing. This here is vintage 60s McCoy creamer with the drip glaze from 1960s. This is my age. Okay. This is my age. There's the bottom. These here too, I've seen like magazines and stuff. They put flowers in here. They use flowers, like vases out of anything these days. It's not just your regular vases. Let's do this guy. He's in here because he's part of the kitchen. This here is vintage 1971 Pillsbury Doughboy. He has a boo-boo on his foot. That's why he's only there at $10, but he has the thing on here. This is 1971. People used to collect these a lot back in the day. Because it's funny because my grandmother, my aunt, my second aunt, they all had them. Okay, this here is your 1998 Campbell soup bowls. I do have two of these. There's the bottom. So I have two. They're in perfect condition. There's the box. Just when I see these, I see a grilled cheese sandwich with it. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. All right. We'll do that later. Let me know if there's anything in particular you would like to see. This here is a vintage, got the cottage core theme on that. This here is the Adria, the glass basket. Um, this has the ducks with the satin finish. That's just dirt, needs to come off. I'll take that off. With the handle is still in great condition. It's not unraveling or anything on that. But here is your two ducks there, your apple and your ribbon. These are great for centerpieces or put them in the kitchen counter with your fruit for your kids. All right, let's see what's up. What is next? Let's do, I've done those. Oh, yes, this here is hand blown. It's a pitcher with the plate. So it has its own plate. This is the plate. And then here's the pitcher. It's hand blown, clear handle, pontil with the bubbles, controlling bubbles there. So that's cute too. Let me put this down here. I don't want these things to break. As I drop it. As I drop it. Okay. This here's Columbia Restaurant, which is a restaurant here. I should have moved these glasses. Let me take two of those off. Let's see, these back in. Um, these out of the way. All right, so this is Columbia Restaurant. It's been here in Ybor City, Tampa, since 1905. This is the Adelaida and her husband Cesar, the one that opened it. It has all their recipes and stuff in there. And it's a big, it's they do a lot of philanthropy work here in Tampa. Um, they were there with the cigar factory workers when they came in the 20s and 30s, serving them, serving families. They buy a lot of the older buildings here in Tampa and restore them and put them in the history registry so they stay. Um, so they've done a lot for our city as well, which I like to see that they definitely pay it forward. With that, let's see what's up next. I'm getting pretty much through all of these. Oh, let me show this. This here is a restaurant, Syracuse, China. It has the platter. And I have 4 sets of these. But this is just for the platter. And so it's got a great platter. And then they have the serving. And these are Syracuse. They're nice. They're nice when you're having parties or you have like Mexican night or something. These are very nice. All right. Let's see after that. We've shown those. Here is vintage amber carnival glass, ruffle plate. You got the carnival on that. You see it there. Ruffled edge pattern in perfect condition. All right, thank you for looking at that. Let's see. A few more things to go, and then we'll be winding down. See if we have anybody in here to raid into. Um, let's see, what do I have that I may not have shown yet? Did all that. Let's do this. This here is your Indiana glass um celery relish or bread serving boat platter. That's in that lattice thing in amber. Okay. Let's do that. We're gonna do. Let's do this. This here is barware. It's actually a decanter, which I think is pretty funny. I don't care which party you're with. It's just funny. It's a decanter. And I have the other one too. There's the label. Was this? This was imported from Allied Wines and Spirits in Dayton, Ohio. They're just they're conversation pieces. Like, it's a funny decanter. And I think when you put them side by side with the other one, it's even funnier. All right, let's see. Ran that. Let me do this. This here is vintage federal glass that I do have 2 of these. Drop that, please. Yeah, I should have taken the glasses off of there. But this here is your fruit, your embossed fruit pattern on the back, ruffled edge, great condition. I used to put these in a 2-tiered stand and put like canapes and put appetizers and all that stuff in them. So I have 2 of those. We may have to do another amber show. I found more amber. I had a great show the other day that was amber glass. I still have more. This here is a hand painted plate from Germany with your floral pattern on there. There's your Germany and eagle stamp there, but the flowers are beautiful. All right, thank you for looking at that. I have another show next week theme show that's going to be vanity and boutique. Here's a carnival glass Indiana sunflower pattern, amber with the carnival iridescence on that. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Put that here. Let me see if I have any more bookmarks or anything before we close out. If you want me to show you anything, holler out now. We got about 5 minutes, and we'll see if there's anybody left that we can raid into. Let me show this one. This here is vintage Pyrex. You got your butterfly gold Cinderella pattern on that. Mixing bowl. It does not have a lid to it. There's the Pyrex thing down there. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. This is Pyrex with a butterfly gold Cinderella pattern on that. We're going to be rounding out the show. I'm just going to run a couple of more items that have bookmarks on them. Let me see what this one is. Okay. This one is the